Bienvenidos, mi amores. Welcome, my loves, to episode 3 of Entre Luna y Sol. Y cuando el amor se falle. Y cuando el amor falle. Falla.
But yeah,
I can speak Spanish.
nobody needs to know.
Listen, being Latina is not just about speaking the language because there's many languages under our various flags. All right? Cool. Now, happy continuing Latina History Month. So, we are here with our All Latina table. My name is Victor. I use they, them pronouns. And I am your keeper tonight. Maria.
Hello, I am Maria. I use they and she pronouns. Tonight, I am playing Mac Eloisa, who uses they them pronouns and also uses the mundane playbook and definitely is very mundane. Nothing to see here, everyone.
Hi, I'm Raron. My pronouns are he, they, and I'm going to be playing Vicente V. Belmonte. His pronouns are also he, they, and his playbook is the Spellslinger.
Hello, everybody. I go by Dianamin Online. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Remigo Remy Angel Hicote, he, they, the monstrous playbook, and totally is having a good time. Totally just fitting in. Yeah.
You're just making friends with birds. I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong.
But
with
give them
it.
birds your tacos.
Exactly. Who doesn't love tacos?
We don't have Huli tonight, but they are here in spirit. Sending all my love to Rena. And I think that we are ready to begin. So, while Remy has had a very difficult conversation outside, we're going to move back a little bit in time. Huli has finished serving everyone inside and is leaving to the courts to try and go drag the children in so they can eat as well. Just a couple people standing around with their plates, some people sitting, some people, just off in their own little groups. Let's start with Revon. Your phone goes off. When you look at the number, you don't recognize it, but you do recognize the area code. This area code is from your old hometown.
So V is in the middle of a wonderful conversation with Ray, enjoying food when the phone goes off, and he takes it out and he looks. And there is a moment where there is a chill seems to go down his spine, and he tenses in place. He freezes and he stares at his phone. A deep breath. He looks to Ray. I gotta go. I'll be back. He's visibly shaken, and he kind of gets up a little stiffly and starts making his way as quickly as he can out.
I think Ray begins to say something, but you sort of move out quickly. So where exactly do you go for this privacy?
The art room is empty now, correct?
Yeah. There's some people like standing outside the door eating, but no one's in the room.
Okay. He is going to enter the room, and he's going to close the door just to make sure he has some privacy. And he looks at the phone. He's standing in the middle of the room, and he is shaking. His hands start to shake a little bit, and he waits for a moment to see if it keeps ringing or if they're going to leave a voicemail, if they're going to give up.
The call ends because you do not answer fast enough.
Right.
And then within just a few moments, the same number again.
It feels like his chest is collapsing. He feels like he is drowning. But he takes a deep breath. And he flips open the phone and puts it to his ear. Hello.
Can you hear a voice that you have not heard in a very long time? And your uncle says, Mijo, Vicente, is that you?
How did you get this number?
I spoke to some of your old friends.
You deliberately went against my request to leave me the fuck alone. Why are you calling me?
I know that we failed you. I know that I failed you. And Mijo, I don't want you to be alone.
You didn't just fail me. You did more than just fail me. You and the rest of your fucking family abandoned me. Don't call me again. And he slams
Wait.
the phone shut.
And yeah. I think it rings again. Same number.
V sees the phone and he rubs at his face and he's so angry. He's shaking. He turns off his phone. And he has to sit down. He has to sit down and take deep breaths. Because the shaking is so bad. And he doesn't realize it until he finally finds his breath again, but there are tears coming down his eyes. And he rubs angrily at them like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. And he gets up and he makes out the door and tries to find a place to sit, to just be calm.
As you begin to walk out the door, you sort of pass by this group, and you would notice that it's the group that was taking their courses, the course before Ray's course. Russell, Catherine, and Elijah, very chismoso, very gossipy, and you hear Cassandra's name in passing. Do you stop to listen? Do you keep going?
Oh, I am absolutely. That is a perfect distraction. That's exactly like, right, I am here, I'm not there, I'm here, and I'm doing everything I can to help. So he sort of lingers a little bit. And he waits, he listens.
Okay. Are you trying to look like you're not listening, or are you just listening?
V is doing his best to be a little bit stealthy. Like, he takes out his phone, pretends to be on it. His hands are still a little bit shaky, and he's aware that his phone is off, but he's just gonna...
So I don't think these people are looking for anybody to not listen to their conversation.
Okay.
So I don't think you have to roll for anything right now.
Okay.
But what you hear, Russell, who is a very tall man, um, sort of like was much taller than the other two, is just like, hmm. So again, we haven't heard from her. Of course, we haven't heard from her. I bet you that she just stole all the money. Typical. And Catherine quickly responds with, yeah, I don't really know what what they expected. Like, those types of people, they don't change. They hurt people and they don't change. And Elijah's just like, should have just ran her off.
I think at this point, V is so angry, and he hears them chipping away at Cassandra, and he sort of like slaps his phone shut, and he turns around and he's like, hey, you didn't help. You didn't do anything. Why don't you mind your own business? You don't even know if she was trying to do any better. All you're doing is running your mouth and not even trying to help.
Did she steal from you?
Do you know that she stole? Or are you just putting words in her mouth? Do you know if she was maybe trying to help and come back and do better? Did you give her a chance? Did you do anything, in fact, for her? Did she steal from you? Are those your pockets that she stole from?
And Russell like looks shocked by the way that V talks to him, and Catherine's face goes red, and she's just like, the last person she stole from was our best friend.
Okay. And do you know the details of that?
We know what Jorge's told us.
Oh, so you're gonna believe Jorge rather than try and hear both stories. How long ago was it?
Catherine shuts her mouth, and Elijah looks at you guys, and it looks at you, and it's just like, what do you know about it? You weren't here.
I wasn't here, but that doesn't mean I'm not part of the community. I'm not being part of the community means helping people out. Why are you digging her deeper? It means giving people a second chance.
People who deserve it.
Do you deserve a second chance? The next time you screw up, should I just start talking bad about you?
I think Elijah sizes up. I think he squares up his shoulders and walks like up to V, and is just like, what are you gonna do about it?
Can I walk out at this point?
Yeah, of course.
I think Mac was probably looking for Huli, who had gone somewhere outside. Maybe was just trying to get out of the inside air, because it just got done with all of the shenanigans that happened with them. And sees this person. What's the height kind of comparison between this person and V?
Navon, can you tell us how tall V is?
V is 5'3".
A short king. Oh no.
Yeah, Elijah is 6 foot tall.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I see. Okay.
And as you are coming in, and he asks that question, V takes off his hat and he fucking throws it to the floor. Or you want to find out what I'm about to do about it?
Hey, what's going on? And Mac's gonna just jog over there and like try to put if you allow it, Ravon puts a hand on V's like upper chest to like push, and like holds a hand out in front of trying to get not just super in between because I'm a stick, but is trying to trying to like push them apart and say, what's going on? What's going on? They say something to you?
He is like puffed up, he's tensed up, and people like you are the reason people leave and make this place worse. This is a community, and people have enough time carving themselves into a fucking spot in this place. We're losing enough. Stop treating people like trash. And he sort of...
The people who leave should leave. And Cassandra shouldn't have ever come back. I see a very frustrated Mac face.
he's like...
Oh, Mac is...
when you need help, and nobody helps you, we'll see how you feel about that then.
Elijah gestures back at Russell and Catherine. He's just like, I got my friends. What do you have? Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a problem with Mac?
What? Mac, what do you do?
He doesn't run his mouth. They don't run his mouth.
Elijah doesn't even acknowledge V and is just staring at Mac.
I feel like there's a move here that I can do, but I might be thinking of Urban Shadows. Jeez, it is from a different game. Damn. Okay.
Tell me what you want to do. We can figure it out.
I want to try to size Elijah, you said?
Yeah.
I want to try to size him up and see how much of this person is bullshit and how much of it is like just trying to be like, a bully essentially, and how much of it is like, no, they genuinely have it out for V or like any other people who just aren't from here, or how much I would know about that just from being in this area for a while.
Mac, just from being in this area for a while, you know Russell, Catherine, and Elijah. They are tight.
Mm-hmm.
They have always been it's a weird dichotomy. Like, they have always been very big proponents of the weird side of Puerto Sol. And you know that there's something weird about them, like holy weird, but you don't know exactly what.
Okay.
But at the same time, they are very judgmental. They bring a lot of negativity. They are always ready to say something bad about someone, especially if they can't live up to their standards.
Right.
So you know that they're those like hater for life people.
Yeah.
Like, and so ready to tear people down instead of building anyone up.
Right.
That's the type of person that's the type of people that these three are. And they're always like watching out for each other.
Okay. Then when they ask Mac what Mac does, Mac will like look at them and then kind of over exaggerating will like cross one arm over their chest and like hold on to their chin and cock their head and say, I don't know, Elijah. I don't know what I do in this town. I feel like I do something because I'm still here. What do you do exactly? Except be a little bit of a asshat around here? Hey, you talk a lot, but does that mean you do anything?
I make sure folks who shouldn't be here know that they shouldn't be here.
Oh, that sounds like a really good task for well, not for here. Not for this place. This place we look out for each other. It feels a little bit like you're the one who probably shouldn't be here, honestly. If we're being honest here, which sounds like something that you're really good at, right? Sounds like V probably belongs here more than you do. I'd like to try to manipulate someone.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, great. With what I just said, I want this asshole to leave. Not the city, obviously, because that's a bit much, but I would just want them to go. I just want them to go. This is not their place. These are not their people.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Suck.
Roll plus charm.
Okay, let me make sure I don't have like some mundane superpower or something like that. No. Unless it counts as fighting a monster, which I don't think it technically does.
Nope.
And it's plus charm, right?
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think what happens, right, is Elijah doesn't see reason, and he starts squaring up like he's gonna fight you. And then when they moderate each other, they keep to their little clique, and Russell reaches out and grabs his arm and is just like, let's go. And that's when you hear something outside. A scream that turns into a howl. And Remy, you hear this too, walking away in your, in your feelings. Like next to the court, you can see, Huli trying to corral the kids in, and this scream that comes into a howl, and it feels like the world stops. Everyone looks outside, and from up high, something drops into the street. And that howl happens again. And the lights all burst. In this sunset time, the street goes dark. What do you all do?
I pull out my weapon.
Mac yells to everyone else who's around to get inside, and is gonna try to grab onto V's hand or V's arm, whichever is most easily accessible, to try to pull them towards inside as well.
Being in that moment as he's being grabbed, he's so in his feelings, he's so angry that he looks at them wrestle, and then everything goes dark. He feels Mac. He sort of has a moment. He has a moment where it sort of snaps into his head. Where he's like, "Where the fuck is Remy?" And he looks at Mac. "Where's Remy?"
I don't know. They went. I don't know. They. Hula gave them tacos and they went somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where they are.
We have to find them. We can't just leave them. We gotta go find them.
Okay. They have a phone, right? They gotta have a phone, right?
Hold on. And he holds out his phone.
That's off.
Realize he turned it off. He's like, "Fuck." and scrambling to turn it on.
Real quick. So in these moments, because it feels like everything's happening all at once. The chaos is just starting to crescendo. And you see this figure stand up and rush towards the community center and stop at the cars. Go on.
I am definitely like weaving in and out of the cars towards that creature with blade out, ready to attack, and double checking to see if anybody like is nearby hiding, like they didn't, like a kid or something, like to make sure that they get out of harm's way.
No, you can see Huli, she is doing something. Like there is an aura about her. And he is like glowing for a moment and shouts. And the kids, instead of screaming, panicking, something in them seems to obey. And they are just walking as quickly as they can into the building. So you're seeing that, like, at least from that side, there's no one outside from that side. Huli is taking care of it, even if it's a little spooky. Ba-dum. All right, so you're on the approach. Couple seconds pass. Mac, V, what are you doing in this short time?
I think V was trying to get a call in.
Is Remy's phone on vibrate or on sound usually for V?
For V, there's a special ringtone.
Hell yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
V is hitting that call button like, where the fuck is his dumb boyfriend?
I don't know why the ringtone that comes up to me is the one that whatever that is.
Oh, the chicken dance?
Yeah.
Well, the song that goes with a lot of people would know that it goes with the chicken dance, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's not like the normal version of it. It's like a reggaeton version.
Oh my god.
El baile pollo.
Oh no! Chicken Dad's gonna get this man killed.
Yeah. I think Remy just freezes like, fuck.
Oh no!
Creature lurches upwards, and the lights flicker back on, and you can see it. It is around 8 feet tall. And has a muzzle, long fur, large ears, gangly, strong limbs. This is close to your classic werewolf, but something is off. The panting is loud enough for you to hear, but it sounds like someone who's got like what's it called when oh my god, you get so much bronchitis. Right? And dripping down the muzzle is streams of red, but it is not blood. Clay is dripping down, and on their back you see a wound that has cut out fur, something like a large cut, and again that clay is rolling down from that cut. And they turn their gaze and stare at Remy.
Did we hear the phone go off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
did the
certainly
werewolf.
did. I think you noticed.
I just go, hey, what's up? And then I'm gonna roll for empath to see what they're thinking.
Hey, what's up?
This is the best
It's
empath roll
Chupacabra.
I have ever fucking heard.
And I got a 13.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Clear impression of their current emotional state and intentions. This werewolf is angry. They are here to destroy something. However, underneath this anger is a very complex fear and a whole lot of pain. I mean, what does it feel like when you shapeshift?
Oh, it's a painful kind of stretching kind of feeling, and like you're bursting out of your skin kind of thing. It both feels very quick and very slow when they do it.
You can sense that similar sort of source of pain that you have. However, this person is fully transformed and the pain is continuing. So there is a desire to destroy something, and there is a desire to get away. It's sort of conflicting right now.
Remy's definitely thinking, too bad I don't speak dog. Because they're a cat. Ooh. Nawal. So they take a couple of steps forward, ignoring their phone. They didn't even try to like stop it because it's too late. Once the sound happens, So they're holding. I think they put their Buster sword down, but it's still out. But and just slowly approaching. It's like, hey, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué necesitas?
And you see that jaw open, and the eyes are like pinpricks. And suddenly you see those eyes go from like a pinprick black. They open up, the pupil gets larger, and they're a gorgeous brown, full of fear. And they open their maw, and immediately it goes back to pinpricks as they heave, they cough, and out of their mouth. Content warning. This has body horror. This has a little bit of grossness. For our listeners, please consume this content at your own risk, and it's always okay to step away. They cough and hack, and this like big bit of sludge slides off from their muzzle and hits the ground. And it's the same sort of sludge from the creature you guys literally just fought. And this thing doesn't recognize you anymore. They growl, and then they hear like a shout. And V and Mac next to you. Russell is like, that's fucking Cassandra.
And V just turn around, turn to Russell, and go, "Shut the fuck up, Russell."
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What about Mac? How's Mac?
I think V beat Mac to it by a half a second. So I think there was almost a simultaneous flip around, and then V said it first, and then Mac was like, "Yeah."
Gotcha. Remy, this creature turns its back on you. And of course, right now you can see the wound weeping this sort of clay. And it's starting to smell bad. Before it was like just an earthy smell. But now you can see this clay is leaking out with like black. As this thing looks back towards Russell and a growl emits full of hatred. What are y'all doing?
I think V doesn't. He doesn't speak dog. He doesn't need to probably tell that that's like that's a howl of anger.
Oh yeah.
And he's full of anger himself right now, and he feels like that like anger twist in his stomach, and he turns and he looks at Russell and is like, I don't know what the fuck you did to Cassandra, but get inside. And he steps forward and he's going to use magic. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna get in so much shit. It's fine. He's going to use a wall of fire. He's going to summon a wall of fire and essentially like try and make a barricade, like a separate the community from this very clear danger. So he's gonna roll for that. It's gonna be wall and it's gonna be made of fire. So, Lord, I know how the game works. Okay.
So you're gonna roll plus weird.
Yeah.
So you're using magic.
I just wanted to see if it's. Well, I'm not technically protecting anybody. Okay. You. Okay, so that is a +2, so that's going to be an 8.
All right. So there's a little bit of there is a glitch to your magic.
Yeah.
So first of all, tell me what this looks like.
Last time he used a bottle of testosterone full of rose quartz. But he also has on him one of his many necklaces that he uses. One of them is an onyx that has it's sort of like an onyx arrowhead with the very top rounded out, and carved into it is like a rib cage.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Right?
Shit. Yeah.
Which so he grabs that necklace and he holds it out, and with like a striking motion, like he's lighting a match, the fire sort of bursts out like sparks, and igniting is the whole line of the wall, just along the way. He's at the very end of it, and he's like, "It's fine. I'll be a target if I need to, but right now I gotta protect these people, even the asshat."
Gotcha. So for glitches, there is the effect is weakened, the effect is of short duration, you can take a harm, you can draw immediate unwelcome attention, or it can have a problematic side effect.
Do I get to pick?
You choose the glitch.
Okay.
I tell you what happens with the glitch.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna go with the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. That makes sense to me right now.
Yeah, I love that. So, you would think that the attention is from the wolf. That wolf sees Russell, looks down, and lifts their paw up and smashes it into the car in front of them. And you hear Russell yell, "What the fuck?" It's definitely Russell's car.
Oh.
But the thing is, you see something underneath the cars, slithering and then charging out. The clay that Cassandra had coughed up has taken the form of a snake and is coming directly for you.
Okay.
Can I try and be like whack and try to cut off the snake's head?
Yeah, you wanna run up and kick some ass?
Hell yeah. Let me roll that. That's an 8.
Perfect. So you get to choose. So you inflict harm on the snake, and it inflicts harm on you. How much harm does your sword do?
So many tabs. 1 second. 3 harm, hand heavy.
Gotcha. So you see this thing. It rides when it takes your blow, and then both ends sort of like shift and then look at you. And now there are two smaller stakes. And they both lunge at Remy, and one attaches to your arm, the other attaches to your leg. And together, with the bites, it does 2 harm. Though if you have armor, this would be decreased by armor. Because it is not like a penetrative bad thing.
Yeah, double checking. I have no armor. Yay! The
Okay.
healing I had gotten previously from my masters now brought that back up. At least I had some healing.
Yeah. All right. Mac V has spawned a fireball. The wolf has destroyed a bit of Russell's car, and Remy is now fighting 2 clay snakes.
Yeah. Oh God. Uh. Hmm. Um. Okay. Russell is fighting 2 snakes. Is that what
Remy
you
is
just said?
fighting 2 snakes.
Remy is fighting 2 snakes. Fuck Russell. Russell doesn't matter. Okay. Since there's kind of a wall of fire, I want to, I want to try to help Remy. I have a question about help out. Do you use help out right before someone else makes a roll, kind of like in a reaction to someone else making a roll? Or do you do it after they roll, or can you do it preemptively? I'm always a bit confused about when to use help out as like an action.
You use it after someone has rolled.
After someone has rolled.
To
Okay.
help them boost.
Okay.
What is Mac trying to do?
Mac wants to try to distract the snakes away from Remy so that Remy can be less surrounded and potentially take care of snakes better.
All right, that sounds like protect someone.
Okay.
So you're gonna go ahead and roll tough.
Great.
Yeah, I know you're so good at tough.
I'm super tough. I'm super tough.
It's really funny that I'm supposed to be like this really attacky character, but my tough is -1.
Listen, sometimes
What?
It's
Is
fine.
that for real?
Yeah, because I wanted it. I wanted
Well, you
weird.
kick ass
to
with
be hi-
weird. You
Well,
kick
yeah.
ass with weird.
Yeah, you're fine. You're tough in different kinds of ways. That's
No,
a
you don't kick ass with weird. You don't.
No, I
have
don't.
to. Oh my God.
I'm technically supposed to seduce people and do other manipulative things, but like I got this sword, might as well use it, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Is
Great.
so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Can V help out, or has he been doing too much?
What has Mac rolled?
A 4.
That is, you
It's not
cannot
gonna
help
help.
out.
No.
If it was a 6, maybe. All right.
Hey. This lanky green bean gets an experience, though.
Yes.
So that's fine.
Very good.
Mhm.
So, Mac, you rush up to Remy, and how do you try to draw attention to you?
I think what I probably do is I run kind of around behind Remy, opposite of where like the building is, because I don't want to distract these snakes into the building. And as I'm running behind and like getting to the other side, I'm just like yelling at these snakes, like trying to remember, like in this brief moment, trying to remember like what's the Spanish word for snake? I don't remember. And that's like getting in the way, so they're like fumbling over this like yell towards them. They're like, hey, hey, over here.
Yeah.
El Sneke.
Okay. So these two culebras, that's Spanish for snake for our listeners. You draw attention, and they release Remy, and Remy, you feel this surge, the same surge you felt before from their leftover bites, and it feels great. Mac, this bite for the first snake that reaches you does not feel great. Feels very bad. The first one that let go sort of like wound up and struck and sort of attached to your leg. And you take 1 harm because it's just 1 snake right now.
Idiota.
For now. Oh, does this count as charging into immediate danger without hedging my bets?
Yeah,
Great.
it does.
Great. Excellent. So I get to hold 2 that I get to do. So I'm gonna actually reduce someone's harm suffered by 1. Can that someone be me?
Yes.
Great. So I'm gonna use one of those to take 1 less damage in this moment, and I'll hold the other one for a dramatically appropriate moment.
So I think, actually, tell me why this thing can't hurt you.
I think it lunges towards Mac, and maybe there's like a brief second where a time kind of like slows down a little bit, and like Mac has seen this in movies, like there's like this like little tiny like this bullet time moment where things just kind of get a little bit slow and you can kind of see a little bit clearer. That's not actually what's happening. I think it's just Mac takes an accidental step backwards, and so the snake lands where Mac's foot would be, and like, you know, Mac sees a universe in which their leg gets chomped and it hurts real bad. I don't know, something weird that Mac can't explain, but is like, it takes like just 1 step backwards, and that's it. Super mundane. Nothing magical here.
I love it. Okay. Honestly, let's toss it back to V. You have a firewall. I think the other snake had like gone towards the wall and is just sort of like trying to see how to get around it.
The worst snake ever. Okay. They're dealing with that snake and they're having a bad time. There's this snake. Can't let it get through.
There is also Cassandra
Oh yes, there's Cassandra.
destroying a car.
Just there's nothing else underneath that car, right? It's just the car.
It's just a car.
It's just the car. Okay. All right. I mean, they've already seen a wall of fire. I mean, another blast isn't gonna hurt. Let's get rid of this snake. He's gonna try and like. Okay. Snake.
Kick some ass.
Alrighty. And I use weird instead. Correct.
Hey. Let me see.
Let me see. No, I think I'm just.
Nope, you didn't take that.
Nope. So it's.
I love that of the two classes. Honestly, I think the spooky can too. Also didn't take that. None of you took using weird to kick ass, and I love that about you guys. You guys are not fighters, you're lovers. Except for V, who wants to fight.
Right now, he just wants to fight. But wait, hold on. The silly dance. It's my tough. I think he does have good tough right now. It's 0, so I'll take it.
0. Yeah.
Listen, it's better than subtracting.
Yeah, exactly. 9.
9.
Woo!
Perfect. So how much damage does your fire blast deal?
Blast 2 plus, so 4.
Okay, this thing dies.
Might be overkill, it's fine.
You see this wet clay become instantly cooked and dry and just sort of fall apart.
Ray would be so proud of me.
Yeah, he is proud of you. You can hear him cheer from right behind you.
No. Oh, okay. That's a conversation for later. Can he? Okay, in this moment, with that settled, is there a chance that V can look over to Cassandra and I want to say, I just want to see if he can sense if there's like how much magic, or like he assumes there's magic. Is there magic in this with what's happening?
Read a bad situation.
Read a bad situation.
Yes. And while you're doing that, my love, Remy, there is a snake attacking Mac. And you're
We
also
traded.
like feeling the high of like this magical power that the clay has.
I want to lunge at the one attacking Mac. Not necessarily, both, of course, wanting to save Mac, but
Sure.
Really? it's to grab the snake. Yeah, exactly, V. And do a oh my god, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Was it the Kiss guy?
Gene Simmons when he
Yes, Gene Simmons,
he
yeah.
did the animal bat
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Well, this
Because-
isn't a real animal.
Obviously, but
with
no.
that? Are we okay with this?
I'm okay. Are you okay,
Everyone?
Ravon?
Yes. Sorry, I was
All right,
very
perfect.
focused.
Then we're good.
No worries. But like, so it's very similarly like to try to drain like a vampire that dark magic. Like, oh well, this should be fine because I'm helping out. But yeah,
I mean, it's life. You have life drain in your natural attacks.
yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead
God.
and kick some ass.
So are you like a full jaguar kind of thing, or are you like a hybrid?
Well,
jaguar
right now
person?
I'm still a human.
Okay, you're
I
still.
haven't transformed.
Oh,
yeah.
this is
I've been-
even more the best. Great, good.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
I got a 7 with my -1.
Oh.
Hey, listen. You deal a damage, and you feel that power flow into you, and instead of feeling like poison, you feel it. You feel it support you. You feel it in your chest, like it's creating a core to protect you. You heal one harm as this creature writhes under your hands and sort of melts out of your fingers as you pull all the magic from it. And it feels so good. And you are sure that if you pulled the magic from Cassandra, it would feel even better.
I mean,
I want to
she's
know.
in pain.
I want to know what does Remy's face look like right now? Because you're right in front of Mac, dude. You're
Yeah.
like this. You're like this far away from Mac.
It's like when you've been craving steak all week and you finally get a juicy bite of like filet mignon. And it's like, mm,
Now, did
kind
you
of
like
expression.
mouth into this? You like went heart?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's also red clay all over. There's also red clay all over Remy's fucking chin. I thought you just. Oh my god.
No, that's why I referenced Jade
Yeah,
Simmons.
yeah. Listen, I should have known.
Okay.
But I'm looking at my hand like even debating like licking it, but knowing it's just clay. Like that, the magic is.
You know,
I took all the
when
magic.
when like a 3-year-old gets into like a tub of pudding,
Yeah.
and they're just like,
yeah.
I need more.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't even see you. Like I'm staring at you, kind of, and just like slowly turning my head towards Cassandra, like contemplating. That is
Yeah.
a bigger filet mignon.
Okay. Yeah. All Mac says is, "Hey, Remy, you okay?"
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're right? And they kind of like wave you off as they start to step towards Cassandra.
I think they'll like kind of like staggered step like alongside you, looking at this snake, quote unquote. Kind of stepping around them, and we'll just like yell kind of over their shoulder as they're following Remy a little bit and say, V?
By the way, Remy is dragging with their other hand their sword, which they almost never do because, as we all know, obsidian breaks really easily.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like holding on to it, almost like forgetful that they have it in their hand.
Yeah.
As it drags, even, you start to see a spider-like crack form.
Oh, okay.
Cassandra doesn't notice you. She's moved on to another car that's parked right next to Russell's. And behind V, you can hear someone start to shout, and then like a shove, and a deep growling voice, like gravel, like someone with too many teeth, saying, "Get back inside."
Okay. Before I turn around, I did
Yeah?
get a 7 on that read a bad situation.
Okay, perfect. Ask me a question, baby.
Oh god. There are so many bad things happening
It's all bad all the time.
all the time. What's the biggest threat?
Oh, what a good question. When there's so many threats, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, Remy.
Yes! I was hoping you would say that, but oh no!
Yeah, Cassandra's sort of acting like an angry dog, but one that's been trained not to bite. Meanwhile, Remy, you can see on the hand that's dragging their sword, this blackness creep down their veins. And you can just see that something is very wrong.
I think I'm muttering a little bit in Spanish. That it loud enough for Mac to hear.
Oh, good.
And
The
of
one who
course,
doesn't know a lot of
yeah,
Spanish. Great,
exactly.
perfect, good.
About like this will be perfect. I can give this to him. Take a little off the top, but I'll give the rest to him, and that should satisfy him for a while. So I think you can get a little bit,
Yeah,
since
like
they're
little
like
bits
common
and
words.
yeah. Which is even more confusing because I'm like, what's him? What's who? What's him? Him in what sense? Can Mac act? I don't know where. I don't know who's. I don't know what we're doing anymore.
What does Mac want to do right now?
I want to grab Remy's arm that's dragging the sword and like try to. It's like a toothpick trying to stop a boulder, and Mac knows this, but is trying to like grab that arm and like hold it and like try to stop them from going, because I can see I think we've been around. I don't know how many times Remy's like been overcome, but I feel like it's never been like this.
I think there's been a couple of hints, but because their master hasn't been around much up until this point, that they've. But yeah, there has been hints where like, what's the word I want? Like that they're addicted to something, like a little bit, not actually, but they kind of act like a little, like once in a while. But yeah, you've never seen it like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what Mac wants to do. Mac wants to grab onto your beefy arm, and like try to plant their feet and pull you back and say, Remy, what are you doing? This isn't you. What are you? Stop. What's gotten into you? And I think this sounds like, is this to manipulate someone?
Yes, I was about to say.
great.
At first, it sounded like an act under pressure, but like if you're adding on trying to get through to Remy, this sounds like a manipulate someone.
Or if I do actually, I think that this is an act under pressure because I think Mac's panicking in this one because Mac doesn't know what's going on. Just saw you like basically vor a snake in front of them. Plus, I also had a hold that I can take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll from my my previous action. So I think it would be a panic situation more than a I'm trying to like reach out to you.
Let's do it.
Okay, great, good. Even though I'm better at charm, but it's fine. Is this cool? Am I supposed to be cool? Is that what are we supposed to be cool?
You are rolling with cool, yes.
Great.
Which I think is a +3 with your forward.
Yes, so that's gonna be 9.
Okay. Mac, in your panic, you feel a surge in your hand. It doesn't sting, it isn't painful, not like before. But it's an offer. If you give up a little bit of control, you can feel that the twilight that's in your hand can give you that sort of presence to do what you need to do. But you know that if you give up this control right now, it will be easier for it to move even more of your body without your consent.
I think that Mac's gonna do it because they're thinking more about saving Remy from themselves than any sort of self-preservation in this moment. So I think that they maybe a little bit without, fully putting in the piece of like what exactly this means, like repercussions for the future, sees an out and is trying to take it to save someone.
All right, perfect. Remy, Mac is trying to hold on to your arm, but you can taste that magic until you feel a surge of it next to you. And suddenly, this weak, no offense, pull on your arm becomes like a constrictor. You feel the magic tug at you. And Mac is physically, with ease, pushing you back from Cassandra.
I think I snarl at Mac. And it definitely does not sound like a human kind of snarl. What are you doing? We need to stop her, don't we?
At that, V,
Hmm.
what are you doing?
It sort of dawns on V in that moment that Cassandra's just angry. But he looks over to the others and he sees that black sort of something is wrong, and he sees that Mac is doing their best, really, and he's just out of instinct he launches themselves forward to Remy. All he can focus on is Remy. He runs up to their face, trying to like grab, like, if you're okay with it, he sort of like grabs his face and tries to like make him look at him, like, Remy, amor, por favor. Remy, please look at me. This isn't you, amor, please.
And I think they don't resist you doing that, and they just look at you like is it an expression for a second of like, who are you? Like for a moment, and then recognition, and almost like leaning into your face, but then like when you say this isn't you, do you know who I really am?
I'm trying to.
I can take care of everything. Trust me. Let go. Like not necessarily moving like away from your hand, but like bringing your hand to like look at Mac, like let go, and then like
He's like, trust me for once. Just trust me. You don't have to take care of me. Take care of you.
and I was thinking of rolling for it, but I'm not going to roll for it. When you say that, something does break a little inside of Remy in a good way. And like, but I want to take care of you.
This isn't how you do it. Amor, you're breaking my heart. He does.
And oh god, what were they? I think I have to like, because he's leaned into it, I'm gonna roll now to see if he can break out of this hold that the dark magic.
Of course, roll under pressure. However, because of the dark magic that's going on and the order you know from your master that you are obliged to fulfill, I'm going to say you have a -1 forward to this. I feel that's fair.
Okay, that's an 8.
Hey,
Yeah.
perfect. I can give you a hard choice, a worse outcome, or a third thing that I don't remember what it is.
Oh, it's a price to pay, which I think is really, really ironic considering everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You feel it. You feel the power to break out of this magic's hold. You know that the second that you break away from your instinct, your master will know. And they will look at you in this moment. Which means they will see V and they will see Mac. So you can continue to follow this sort of like base instinct that has been instilled in you, or you can push away from it and your master will know more about V and Mac.
Oh no.
I'd like to thank Maria for reminding me that a price to pay.
It's in the rules.
So maybe, perhaps, obviously not blaming you, Huli, but maybe if Huli was here, because Huli's a very strong presence and everything, that Remy might have allowed themselves a chance. However, they care so much, maybe too much about V. They worry a lot about Mac. While they do kind of trust V's magical abilities and strength and everything, that's nothing against their master. And they look at you, V. Damn, pero I can't. And they were going to transform to get and let go of obviously of their sword to then leap towards Cassandra. They're not going to let their master know of these two.
Holy shit. I love this. And I think at that, we take our first break of the night.
Holy. Oh, wow.
I love this game.
All right, we're gonna go on break, everybody.
Yep.
Enjoy the chill
Just 10 to
music.
15 minutes.
We'll be back.
Get a drink.
Hit 5.
Welcome back, dear audience. We are amidst some wonderful choices. If you're just joining us right now, we have spent some time at the community center. V got a very wonderful call, very special
Perfectly
call,
normal.
perfectly normal call.
Everything's
Just a
fine.
family
This
call.
baby is so normal.
How dare you weaponize my hot beverage?
Sorry. Got into an argument with haters for life. Who do they really have personalities besides hating? No. And nearly got into a fight. Nearly Mac and V almost got into a fight with these three before a werewolf jumped down into the scene. Cassandra arrived with some magic happening, taking out all the knights on the street before they came back on. And, Remy rushed into protective mode. Mac and V were trying to figure out what to do. But then unfortunately, some clay creatures came out of some hacking up from this werewolf, who seems to be dripping clay. And now Remy's got another taste of power. Unfortunately, that means that they want a bigger bite. So, back onto the scene. Mac and V, you have tried to stop Remy. However, Remy, not wanting you guys to be exposed to his terrible master, has pushed past you in an enormous inverse color jaguar form.
I think because Mac was probably actively pulling back as soon as this form changes, I think Mac is just on the falls backwards, is on the ground. A little bit shaken, taken aback, wasn't really expecting that.
I think there's a second, a few seconds where V stands there registering the words that Remy said to him. And his face goes from broken to this cold conviction. And there is just pure fucking rage in his eyes. And he goes, then you leave me no choice. Wall of fire. To separate them.
To separate
Okay.
Remy and
Circus
Cassandra?
Tiger will just continue leaping through the fire.
I set fire to the Remy. All right. Wow. So let's finish Remy's action.
Okay.
All right. No, wait. Roll for the wall.
Roll
Cast
for the
magic.
wall.
Roll
I'm gonna
for
use
the
gay
wall.
dice.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, let's do these two. Okay, perfect. It's so bad.
Oh no. Oh no. How bad?
What is it?
How bad?
The gay dice said no. Actually, no. Okay.
Okay, but how
Remember,
bad?
you
I
can
need
use
to
luck
know.
if you want to.
Oh, that's true. That would make it a 12.
Mm.
We do have one team luck.
Yes.
Against our own team.
Yep.
I say,
And it
how
will
polite.
still activate your luck move, even if you're using team luck.
I would like to use the luck.
I consent as team member.
This is our first luck usage. Devon,
Yes.
Please describe to me how your spell almost fails.
There is a moment where, like, he uses the same onyx because in his mind he is protecting as many people as he can from Remy. This time it's Remy. And he is so focused on that he goes to make the motion again of sparking fire, of like igniting, but he sees Remy's form and it falters for a moment. He misses a word in the incantation because his heart feels like it's shattered. But he remembers the words again, and that feeling of being abandoned, he's being abandoned again. And the rage that fuels him, he goes again in reverse, and the fire catches. And I think with the 12, it turns that same blue that he had before.
Ooh. So, Remy, you see this wall erupt. And first it's unsteady, red. And then it goes high, as tall as the community center. And this hot, super hot blue. Past little gaps in the flame, you can see Cassandra seize up and stare in fear at this fire and back up. You know crossing this wall will harm you. You also know that magic might heal you if you ingest it. Do you go into the flames?
Yes.
Okay.
I partially also, in case the master decides to look in, there'll be a fire and won't be able to see V or Mac, you know? Like it'll just be me and this other monster. Is it possible? No, never mind. I keep misreading one of my attacks as force field, but it's not force field, it's force.
It's force. Gotcha.
So yeah, I will power through V's rage.
V, what is the damage base for your firewall?
That would be 4.
For the wall?
Yeah, for the wall. Oh, so sorry. No, sorry, 3. 3. It's one less. It's 3.
That's still a lot. Okay.
I mean, my weapon does 3.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Remy, you take 3 harm passing through this magic.
Yeah.
I believe that puts you at 6?
5.
5. Okay.
Since it's only 3 harm and not 4. Yeah, 5. I am like probably bits of my fur is like on magical fire and everything, and I'm just like scraggling, just like as a possessed jaguar, just growling softly because of the pain and everything, and all I can think of is like, if I fail, at least I'll fail towards what my master wants, you know, like it won't be. So I am going towards, and I want to, let me see, wait, double check my, I think I want to attempt to manipulate Cassandra and growling, because now I'm in an animal form, and so and tell them like, I can take away that pain. Let me take away that pain for you. Because since I see that she was backing away.
Yeah. You don't even have to roll. Remy in this state looks like a wounded animal. You're on fire. And Cassandra looks at you and something connects. Those brown eyes are there and they can feel your pain as surely as she can feel hers. And without even you, promising to take the pain away, like this werewolf has done like a low, like whimper and has walked towards you as if to comfort you, right into your attack range.
Yeah, I think there is, I think I do with all the pain and everything, and leaving V and knowing the anger of V is I caused it. Seeing that bit of comfort though, they slump, and instead of doing it in a malicious way, like like with their jaws or their claws or anything, they kind of just put their paw on them and is touch drain.
Gotcha. You don't have to roll a kick ass. She doesn't suspect that this could cause any pain. So when it does, it's a complete surprise. You feel your magic flow in. I'm going to say that your magic would do the extra harm. So again, completely unnoticed, but you feel a sudden barrier. There is an innate magic to this creature, just like there's an innate magic to you. However, it guards her. And while you feel part of your body restored, part of that magic drained from her, she wheels back, howling and then growling angrily. You can heal one harm. Unfortunately, not two, because she has magical armor while she is a wolf. And before we continue to the next action, Mac, you are on the floor. You feel hands go like under your arms and very swiftly pick you up so you can be on your feet. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, a gravelly voice saying, "You okay?"
Yeah. Mac will see Remy's sword just kind of sitting right next to where Mac is, and will just kind of transfixed by this giant blue wall of flame and like everything that V just kind of said, everything that just happened, is gonna reach down and pick it up and then turn to see who in the world is behind them.
So behind you is a gray-skinned being, blue-gray, with white dots running up their arms, an open Hawaiian shirt.
This guy
blue
loves
hair.
sharks so much. Oh my god.
And rows of sharp teeth. This is Ray. He is very different from when you last saw him. Because he has skin reminiscent of a whale shark. And he looks a little more solid instead of soft. And he's sort of staring at the flames as well, and is just like, I have a feeling that this hasn't been going well.
Whoa. No, it's No, Remy went through there. I don't know if they're okay.
Gotcha. And he looks at Mac and he pats Mac on the shoulder. He's like, mermaids are real.
Ray is the best.
And then he walks over to V and is just like, can you drop it so I can get through?
V, there, it's just cold anger, and he gives a nod, and like to dismiss it, he sort of flashes his hand over the onyx pendant as if putting out a fire, like putting out a candle, and it drops.
And you all see Remy put a paw on Cassandra, in this flamed up state, and you hear Cassandra howl in pain and rush backwards, her eyes still wide and brown and frightened. And she turns and books it. What do y'all do? She's still well within your sight. Looks like she's running down the street.
Mac is
I-
gonna run inside the building and get their longboard and chase her.
I was gonna say V is gonna look at her back leaving, not even gonna look at Remy, and start running. Book it. And he's gonna call out to Cassandra.
Gotcha. And Remy.
Remy's mentally and physically unstable with 4 more harm. Not doing too great, full of demonic feelings and dark magic, and wasn't quite sure how they expected attacking Cassandra would go. I was like, oh, I thought, like, for a brief, like, silly moment, they did think like this would help, like legit would help Cassandra, like to pull that dark magic away, to like maybe that's what was causing them to be in so much pain. But instead they know they're no good right now, and so I think they kind of like hobble off into an alleyway to one, try to get that whatever bit of dark magic to their master and recuperate.
Gotcha. I think Ray follows you. I think Ray's like, where are you going? You have to go back inside. We can help you there.
No, I don't want. They kind of like turn and like for a second they don't recognize, even though it's kind of obvious. Shark dude, obviously it's Ray. Again, it's that brief like, who are you kind of like moment, and they're like, no, I'm too dangerous for anyone inside.
Like this?
Yes, even like this.
He takes off his shirt and and I think if there's any like magical fire left, he like smothers it with his shirt, and he sort of like looks at Remy with this like hold over your shoulders with his shirt like over your shoulders, and it's just like, you cannot go through this alone.
But that's what I've been doing. I've survived this long, and they have more important matters than me.
Ray looks at you, and he really looks, and you see the ocean in his eyes. And I think he, if you allow it, he puts his hands on your cheeks, just like V had moments ago. Is that okay? And you feel light. You feel warmth. This is different than just minutes ago. You feel a gentleness rush over your body, and you heal 3 harm.
I think they whimper, like the way a cat would whimper, and and there's a bit of a slight purr, because they're not used to soft magic upon them, like nice light magic, and they kind of like subconsciously very much lean into, and I think they also de-transform, and unlike most werewolf stuff, or they still have their clothing, but it is burned, like it took exactly as if they had been in the fire as a human, and they're just gasping and panting. And I think they do have a brief thought of V, like in one of their more softer intimate times together, like that's akin to what they feel now, and they feel embarrassed also for feeling this.
Yeah, I think Ray looks at you and he just, seeing that you're embarrassed, sort of like pulls back. He's just like, they're running after Cassandra. And you see him sort of like, he doesn't change size. He's the same size as he was, but maybe like you see him get a little bit softer around the tummy. He is undressed pretty much. He only has his board shorts on. So he just sort of looks at you and is just like, I have to go back and help inside.
Gracias.
They want
And
to take care of you, so take care of them.
yeah. Have you? And I don't think they had realized it. I'm like, have you seen my blade?
Mac has it.
Ah, fuck. And they get off and they like shake and say, ah. And they start heading towards the direction they sense Cassandra go.
Mm-hmm. I think Ray doesn't remind you that you still have his shirt draped over your shoulders.
It's his cape now.
And sort of Ray runs back towards the center because there's a lot to do there. And we're gonna check back in on our lovely people chasing Cassandra. So I went ahead. Actually, I didn't. I'm gonna say that I did. So a wolf's running speed that they can do for about 2 minutes at a time is 31 miles per hour.
Wow. That's so fast.
It's too fast.
I don't think V's truck could even go that fast.
Don't push him. Don't push that poor truck. It'll break.
So calculating that, so if it's 31 miles per hour divided by 60, she can go half a mile in a minute. Oh. Yeah, around half a mile in a minute, so...
Yeah. Yeah. A whole mile. gone.
Yeah. How y'all like? Is there, are you trying to track where she goes? She has to slow down eventually. Like, these bursts of speeds don't last.
No. V is going to concentrate. Like, he realizes very quickly that he is not a running man. So he is going to do his best to focus on tracking.
I think Max tried to just go as quick as they can because, like, they know they can't run, but boarding is a bit faster. And so they're just trying to go maybe a little bit too fast, but they're going as fast as they can.
Gotcha. Apparently, you can go up to like 6 miles an hour when cruising.
Yeah.
I want to use magic to basically just teleport to Cassandra.
Oh, just like
and
that.
I have a that's one of the options. And I have a +1 with Cassandra because I did empath earlier.
All right,
like a devil's portal.
All right, let's do some stuff first. All right, Mac.
Yeah.
You're a skateboarder. But you said that you're pushing it. You're going a little bit more dangerously.
I'm trying to.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a act under pressure.
God, I gotta stop doing this.
V, if you are, trying to track, go ahead and roll me. Read a bad situation.
Gotcha.
And Remy, use magic. What'd you get?
I have a +3.
You make that for good and bad rolls. You know that, right?
I know, it's such a bad habit.
I think it's great. It keeps us guessing.
I love it.
It's an 11.
Well, not to be that person, but I rolled a 13.
Oh, let's go.
Radical.
I rolled with my +3 and only total a 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. It's so
5
weird.
and a 1 +3. So only 9 total.
Yeah, I thought you had a +4 because of your +1 with Cassandra.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry.
It's a 10.
Okay, it's a 10. Yay, we all did it. Look,
Okay.
I need food.
Listen, I get you. We're almost done. All right. Remy, your spell takes time to cast. So you're a little bit behind. You had this whole emotional thing with Ray. So these two are ahead of you. Mac, you're so good at skateboarding. You're doing so good.
I'm desperate to find her.
Yeah. And what is like considerable luck and danger is she is heading straight down one of those streets. Like straight down a hilly street that like heads down towards the edge of town.
Mm-hmm.
Closer to like one of the ramps down to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her at the bottom and like slowing down to like pant and cough, and like you see her hunched in pain before you hear her, and you are rolling down that hill, and you don't bust your face in, which is great.
Hooray!
Meanwhile, you realize that you know where Cassandra's going. You know that this is like the preferred walking route to head to one of the easiest ramps down to the beach, right near the coves.
Perfect.
So you like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the shortcut.
Let's go.
Yeah, and so you just start heading down one of these side streets and just booking it as fast as you can go. And so you are standing at the ramp and you are like heaving, and you can see down the street a werewolf and Mac coming to like a sliding stop
Yeah.
right next to Cassandra, not busting anything. They are so cool at this.
I'm so jealous.
I'm sure Mac can teach you how to longboard. I'm sure they would be delighted.
Yeah,
having
yeah.
you
You
for
teach me
money.
magic. I'll teach you longboarding. It's a fair trade.
And Remy, darling, you feel the world pulled apart and you step into darkness. Tell me, how does it feel to be enveloped by reality?
It almost feels like stepping through V's blue flames.
Gotcha. I think you feel a tug. Something saying to stay there. Where you belong. In the dark. In the real. And then you step out. Right next to Mac.
I think
Mac
Oh,
will
go ahead.
you step out right next to Mac and they'll like stumble to the side. Not like falling over, but like away and like holding your blade like this, which is not the best way to hold anything that it could be sharp.
I think Remy even is like, whoa, like the fuck, like was not expecting Mac of all people, like,
Mac looks concerned and maybe even a little bit scared when
Yeah.
you appear.
you see like burnt clothes. You do see the Hawaiian shirt draped over. They, even though they're healed, they look wrecked. You know, like still bits of the clay on their face. And then they just reach out their hand, like, come on.
Where's Ray?
So, first thought, you know what? Fuck it. Remy just says I ate him.
Mac takes a step back and is still holding your blade.
I didn't eat him.
How do I know that?
Good question. You're going to hurt yourself with that.
Am I? Or am I gonna hurt? Are you gonna hurt me? Are you gonna hurt V? Who are you gonna eat next? I thought you had this like kind of controlled. I thought you were really cool because of that. What the hell's going on?
They just sigh, and I do have things under control. More than you realize. Fine. Take care of it for me for now. It's not going to do any good against Cassandra.
My loves. When Remy stepped out and the two of you started arguing, Cassandra, who was about 20 feet away, saw Remy and kept fucking running.
And V in the
V.
background.
V, she is heading straight at you.
Oh. He's like, he is out of breath. He's like, oh, wait, please listen. Just please, wait, Cassandra, I'm here to help. Wait. And he's like, he's like spreading himself. He's like, wait.
Manipulate someone.
Okay.
Please.
Please.
This tiny V.
He's 5'3".
Short
Yeah, she is
king.
8 foot tall right now.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord. 3 whole feet
Ma'am?
or one. Gracias. Okay. That is gonna be a total of it's with charm. Oh, he's got a -1 to charm. It's 9.
Oh, so close. Oh, so close.
That was a roller coaster of emotions there.
Oh, my love. All right. They slow down. And again, it's this heavy breathing, like she's gasping for every breath. And she looks at you, and she's just like, how can you help me? You need something tangible, or she's going to leap over you.
Okay. We saw what happened in your house. We saw that someone was trying to take from you. We know someone's hurt you. Someone is still hurting you, and we want to help.
I can't control my change. And you see those eyes, like pupils, thinning and dilating. She is struggling for control.
I don't know if V can do any healing magic of any sort. He's just a spell singer.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you want to do.
I want, because V remembers all of the herbs and all of the magic that she had been using in her own house. He's trying to think of on the spot how he can help control, how he can help calm this, not fix it in the moment, like put a band-aid on it so she can. He wants to think is like of anything that is at least a temporary band-aid so they can have a conversation and get to the bottom of it.
I think in this moment, you understand that there is no band-aids. You think about the type of magic that Huli does. You think about the type of magic you have learned slowly about in the community. And you think about the clay, the sickness in it. You know that you could probably do a big ritual. Something to separate whatever is infecting Cassandra. But right now, you think the most that you could do is probably sedate her?
Okay. So after the moment, I think he just trying to bring his own anger down, the frustration of I can't help again. We can just rest. I can help you rest until we figure. I think I know how to take the poison out. I think, but I need to make you sleep. And that will stop it for long enough. If you're okay with it.
Cassandra crouches. You can tell it's more animal than person right now. and the wolf approaches you. No malice, but it's afraid. And it lays down in front of you. Mac and Remy. Around this point, if you have been following where Cassandra has gone, you see her crouched in front of V. V, what are you doing when you see
When I see
Remy
that,
and Mac?
I see Remy, I see Mac, and I put a hand up like, do not come closer. And he turns his focus back to Cassandra. And recognizing this is more animal than person, it's gonna be okay. We'll figure this out. It's gonna be okay. And, the very careful watching, tries to just give us, a little gentle pat of soothing, it's gonna be okay. And he's going to try and sedate.
Gotcha. You're just trying with magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and use magic.
And then that is with. And that I use weird with, so that is going to be 11.
All right. The magic works without issues. I'm assuming the effect you're choosing was probably close to do one thing that is beyond the human limitations or trap a monster. Trap a monster. And you see those big browns full of unshed tears slowly come back, and then those eyes drift shut. The sleep is not comfortable. She coughs, and red clay continues to leak out. Her wound is still putrid, with clay coming out like blood and dark ichor slipping out with it, festering dark magic. But she is asleep. You don't know for how long, but at least in this state, she can do less damage.
I think seeing that she's asleep, nothing has gone wrong. The breath, he looks up. Someone needs to go get my truck. We've got to move her, and we gotta figure this out.
I think Remy will actually transform, and they can technically transform into other creatures, but it's easiest to be the jaguar because that was the first transformation and everything. But I think they transform into not a werewolf, but like something almost like bigger than what Cassandra is, so that they could carry her.
Gotcha. Mac.
Um, Mac, I think, has moved closer to V. Once V had, like, kind of stood up, and Cassandra seemed to be not doing anything. Mac is still kind of wary of Remy, which is also making Mac feel really uncomfortable because Mac doesn't by default mistrust people. That's like the opposite. But so much of what Remy has done to it just now in these last, like, no time has passed, and Mac doesn't know how to respond to anything that Remy has done. And so I'm just gonna go stand closer to V, still holding on to the sword in a way that is probably not the safest. And looks over at Remy as they transform once again into this whatever creature it is. And there's like this deep set concern on their face. And there's this little tiny voice in the back of their head that maybe whispers, maybe the city was right. And maybe people aren't always there for you.
All right. Remy, you approach Sandra to lift her up, and all of you hear a car rumbling down the side of the road. It is not V's truck, but it is a truck, a moderately nicer truck. And you see something strange in the cab as it approaches you. Whatever is driving it is long. It's the first thing you can really describe about it. Pointed, arms folded and tucked in. It is like it's too tall, and its eyes are large, red, and focused on the three of you. The truck comes to a stop, and the truck door opens. Any initial reactions right now?
Mac's gonna hide behind V. I'm not hide behind, just like, take steps backwards until I'm behind V a little bit.
V steps in front of Cassandra to sort of like protect, and his hand is near his necklaces.
Mac is holding the sword like one would hold a giant buster sword, but if you've never held one before. So it's two hands, but it's also not great.
Gotcha. Remy.
If I do have Cassandra in my hand and my holding them like bridal style, I will like clutch a little tighter, like, because I don't recognize this person or anything like that. So I'm like ready to fight again if need be.
The being steps out, unfolding itself, and it towers even higher than Cassandra, almost looking like a thin birch tree. with long arms, sharp fingers. It turns its face towards all of you. Necesitamos regresar al community center.
Oscar!
What's going on?
Mira, gigante, ¿qué está haciendo?
Oscar looks down at you and sort of like laughs. It's a normal laugh. He sounds like a normal ass man, and he's like, "Men always call me flaco."
Well, I'm calling you gigante flaco, okay?
Yeah, and Oscar sort of like almost like folds down and walks where you can't see him, walking around the car. And when this next second that you see him, he is a regular person.
The sword that Mac is holding just kind of like drops, and like right before it hits the ground, Mac is like, "No, that's breaking." Oscar, what was what? Huh?
Yes.
Hey.
He'll just point towards me.
I put Cassandra in the truck because now that we know it's Oscar, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, me
Remy.
too, hombre.
Remy, please, cámbiate, okay? I can't keep people from looking long enough. Vamos.
Okay.
And he's waiting for Remy to change. Like he's just like, what are you doing?
I think he's just staring at Oscar like for just a moment, just like you command me what, like, for like not expecting that from Oscar, and then this sighs and then does de-transform, and it's a little bit more, even though they are healed, the body still aches, so it's kind of like a janky like, and again they still have the shark that they've eaten's shirt on as a cape when they get back into their human form.
Oscar looks at all of you and he's like, hablamos en el centro. We'll talk in the center. Remy, you look like shit. You staying back with Cassandra? Cover her with
No.
blanket.
No. He's sitting in the
Okay,
cab. I'm sitting with Cassandra. Él no va a tocar Cassandra.
Yeah, ¿qué pasó? Okay. Oh, thank you guys for the $10 donation.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Hunter advantage or major GM move.
guys, what are you doing? Are you gonna give the hunters advantage? Or are you gonna give me a
you
GM
have a
move?
choice.
Listen, this is an amazing choice.
While the choice is happening. Oh, see, Kofi, no, major GM move. Of course, why would we think anything else? Mac has gone to go get the board and has given V Remy sword before they went to go get their board.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this for right now. I think I'll wait for something appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jupiter.
So
Remy kind of gives Mac a dirty look, by the way. Doesn't look at me though. Like, sees that handoff. Just gives Mac a dirty look.
Mac does not look at you.
We love the shattering of a group before a mid-season finale.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Remy instead, because like it's a regular like it's a pickup truck, right? Like,
yeah, it's a pickup truck.
Yeah. So Remy's just like, look, Mac, get in the fucking car. I'll walk.
No. Unless you promise not to do no more magic in front of people.
I won't.
You won't promise or you won't do magic?
I won't do any more magic today.
Okay. I need you at the center. Do not fuck off.
Okay.
I need you there because I need you to understand how fucked we are. And Oscar sighs and he looks at Mac and he's like, Mije, vamos en el carro.
Mac will nod and like will open the door and like put the longboard down, and as they go to climb in, they'll glance over their shoulder at Remy, and like Remy just sees quite possibly, because you've never seen it on Mac's face before, the saddest disappointment on their face as they look at you before they hop in the car and close the door behind them.
V.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're climbing in the back?
Yeah, V is given the sword. He kind of like holds it in his hands. Just there is a look of frustration before his shoulders sag like he's giving up, and he climbs into the back of the truck with Cassandra. He doesn't spare Remy a single glance. He taps the back of the pickup truck. We're good. Vámonos.
Oscar takes a long look at Remy. And there is no judgment in his face. Oscar has always had a weird look at you, Remy. Something like familiarity. And he tries to give you a soft smile. And then he looks back at the car. And he looks as exhausted as he's ever been. Climbs back into the car. And drives off. Remy, we stay with you for a moment. You still feel this dark power running through you, especially the taste that you got from Cassandra. And I'm sure feels very bitter at this moment. What do you do with this power?
It, unlike when it happened at the house and everything, where it still tastes good and everything, and the sneak that I had done of what was there, it's bitter. It tastes like mold. Like they could feel it inside of them. Even though they did what they consider, what they have to communicate to their master, they don't consider that magic, because magic is something wonderful. What they do is not wonderful. So they ball up that dark magic, and whenever there's not a verb around or any creature to give it, they kind of like almost like send it like in a portal to their master. And yeah, all of it. Even like they try to even like subconsciously, I think, even give their own magic out in a way, like just like wishing to just give it all up, to give it, if that only would be enough for the one that saved them.
Yeah. And you feel lighter, even if you feel hollow. like someone has scooped it all out and left you raw and bare. But you hear a whisper on the wind, a laughter of delight. Your master is pleased. You feel like it shakes down your spine. Those of you in the car, before we finish our night, Oscar is driving up the hill and he's trying not to say too much. He looks so tired. And then suddenly, Mac, you see his head. You see him blinking hard and trying to stay focused, and then his head dips like he's fallen asleep right there. The car should go on, veer or something, crash, and it does a dead halt. V. You feel the car shake to a sudden squealing stop. You and Cassandra are thrown a little bit in the back trunk. And when you are able to find yourself and sit back up, there are 4 people standing behind the truck. There are 2 tall people and 2 short ones. They all wear robes that cover their bodies. However, you can see, they range in size, wider or thinner. And their eyes all shine with magic. Hechizador, the tallest one, speaks to you. You have not registered. And that's where we'll leave for the night.
Oh no! I thought there were magic rules. Oh no! Who put rules in my magic?
We got rules in my magic. I got magic in your rules.
No. Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy,
Welcome.
oh no.
Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We're gonna go around and tell you a little bit more about ourselves and the stuff that we're working on, where we can be found in this world. I'm last. I go last. Maria.
Oh my god. Hello everyone. I've been Mac, your mundane. But when I'm not that, I'm Maria. You can find me at Happy Capster everywhere the internet is sold. I am a variety streamer, TTRPG content creator, and performer on various things such as Outcast and Outclassed, a Pathfinder 2E game every other Thursday evening, and here at this lovely game. It's very good. Besides that, I'm also the co-founder of Goblin Society Games, and we have a new book coming out. It's a sci-fi setting for Savage Worlds, a Savage World system, and it's coming out this fall. So, keep your eyes peeled for that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Bebong.
Hi, hello. Wow, what a spicy event. I'm Revon. My name is Revon. I'm so sorry. I'm still reeling. My pronouns are he, they. I was V tonight, who was the spell slinger. And when I'm not V, I am a variety streamer. Hold on. I'm a freelance illustrator, artist, video editor, I do a little bit of this, that, and everything. But during the night, I am a PNG tuber, Jackalope librarian, who has, for some reason, found himself in the middle of a library. But he'll play games and entertain you if you like. And when I'm not doing that, I am running around on my Twitter. You can find me anywhere as the Mythic Bunny. You'll see me in future shows. It's gonna be great. Keep an eye out. Bing bing.
Diana?
Hello, I go by Dynamite Online. I usually hear pronouns. You can find me most everywhere at Twitter, or at I'm tired. As Diana Moon. On Twitter, Blue Sky, or X Diana Moon X, like on Twitch and YouTube. You can see me next playing as a driver of Apocalypse World on Sundays at the Nerdgasm Noir Twitch channel. Lots of wild things. Yes, and you'll see some of us, lovely people, next weekend at Big Bad Con, which is a Bay Area convention of RPGs. It's both for fans who like to play RPGs or board games and also developers of either. And it's a very lovely, fun space. And if you're going, I'm on 3 panels on Sunday if you're around for the entire thing. But I'll be around and I'll be subjecting people to all my food stuffs because we got delicious food in this San Francisco or adjacent. But that's where you'll find me.
Awesome. And I have been your keeper tonight. My name is Victor. I use they and them pronouns. You can find me every other Saturday on Polished Cryptids channel, playing Akun at a Canary Talvashov, who is trying to avenge his mother's death in the age system, which is very fun. Or Wednesdays over on the Mandy's channel, playing Sinark, who is the gayest, saddest little cat ever. Otherwise, I am a TTRPG writer, designer, performer, and I hope to have many more projects to tell you about. But for now, thank you so much for watching. We will be back October...
We're taking 2 weeks off.
We're taking 2 weeks off. We'll be back October 13th.
Yeah.
For Big Bad Con, and then another date in October. We'll be back strong.
Yeah.
Because there are many, many things to do.
So exciting.
Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.